Hey guys, what's up? Today I come to you with my review of KNB Extra Game Chapter 7. Look at my Kuriko. He's going to come in for the last chapter review. So in this chapter, we are coming from chapter 6 into this, where we see Bokushi Akashi versus Nash. And it's the two eyes, Emperor Eye versus Demon Eye, clashing each other. Now, they're both the same, almost similar type of eyes, but there is a difference behind the mechanism of both eyes. Now, as we know that Akashi's eyes can really be used more properly when he is Bokushi, because Bokushi is the owner of the Emperor Eyes. Orochi can use them, but he said he doesn't feel right. So as we know that Emperor Eyes can be used to pinpoint one opponent at a time on the court. And that way he can do all, catch the ball, steal the ball, ankle break, and all of that stuff. But Demon Eye, even though it's similar in that aspect, like I said, the mechanism is different. His eye, instead of just only pinpointing one opponent at a time on the court, it can see everyone on the court, both his teammates and the opponents. And this way he can make passes that, even though you can be standing in front of him, if he sees an unguarded, that's where the difference comes. If he sees an unguarded player, his one of his teammates that's unguarded and is free and doesn't have the ball, he will make a pass to them, and it'll look like it's an invisible pass, but really it's that he's taking your focus off of the ball, and it'll be towards his teammate before you know, and that's how he able to make his shots and the passes and all of that. And of course that outdoes the Emperor's Eyes, because Emperor Eye is better suited for like a one-on-one play, and even then Akashi still can't face Nash in that aspect. But still, Akashi is the only one who can shut down Nash for good. And we're in the last 5 minutes of the game. So you know when it's Kuroko no Basket and it comes down to the last 5 minutes of any game, the pressure is really put on. But what I have to say is the real MVP of this chapter has to go to Murasaki Bara. As we know, Murasaki Bara is probably the only character in Generation of Miracles that we don't get much say on his part. He's just a character that came in, and we know he's the strongest center to date, minus Nash, except Nash. Okay, he's an exception. I mean, not Nash, Silver. Okay, he's the strongest character physically. Okay, and yeah, he is the strongest character despite his, childlike personality. And we don't get much backstory on him, just the fact that he joined Takeo Middle School basketball and he's part of the Generation of Miracles, and that's about it. And the little information that we got from the data book saying, like, some kids asked him to play basketball, and that's how he got into the whole basketball thing playing. But we don't get much on Murasaki Bar. If not, he has the least amount of information. And we know that Murasaki Bara does love playing basketball, but it's like hidden underneath many layers and layers of, him being not wanting to tell the truth of him loving basketball. And you can tell he loves basketball when he went into the zone with Yosen versus Saren. Now, after that, you don't really see Murasaki Bara going like getting excited like Kagami or Aomine, like everybody else who's very excited towards the game. Actually, he has a very nonchalant attitude towards basketball. And we know he is the most naturally talented amongst all the Generation of Miracle members because of his height and the fact that he's the strongest character there is. But he never fully utilized his techniques, his skills, or better yet, he went all out. Now in this chapter, we see him going all out against Silver, okay? Because finally he found someone that is similar to him in all these categories, and he doesn't have to hold back. He has no reserves to hold back against such an opponent who is similar to him in both stature and power. Okay, so Murasaki Bara, we've seen him for the first time ever truly enjoying basketball, because even he said so himself back in Takeo, saying that if he truly went all out, he would end up hurting his opponents and his teammates, because no one can match up to Murasaki Bara. But here comes Silver, and he's like, I finally found someone that I can match up to. Now imagine if Murasaki Bara was to go into the NBA. I think that's when he can truly say he can enjoy basketball a lot more. And that's where you can say he's like a real basketball player, because now he can use his skills as much as he pleases, because he doesn't have to hold back. He doesn't have to um pull himself back from giving his all, and like giving that nonchalant attitude of saying I can't really like basketball all that much. But of course, before we see him going all out and almost dominating Silver pushes Murasaki Bara, and while Murasaki Bara is still in the momentum, he pushes him, and he lands on his hand, breaking his wrist. And these guys have no sense of of I don't know what to say, okay? But they don't care about their opponent. They don't care about none of them. And he makes fun of him. He mocks him. That's what they're known for. They just mock and spit on anybody who they deem as monkeys and have no respect. And by the end of the chapter, we see this character. If you thought he was angry during the Kirasaki Daichi match, okay, you never seen Kuroko angry. They always have the saying, beware of the silent ones or beware of the quiet ones, somewhere along that lines. And if you thought Kuroko was very angry during the that match with Hanamiya and the rest of his team versus Saren, then you never seen Kuroko angry, because by the end of this chapter, I can definitely say Kuroko is beyond furious with Jabberwock's play, and he's not having any more of it. So the next chapter, which is coming out in March, will be the last chapter, chapter 8. So stay tuned for that. I'll make a review for that. Tell me your thoughts and your opinions on this week's chapter. Were you happy that Murasaki Bara finally has found the passion to play basketball with his all, even though it got shut down real quickly? Check me out on Twitter and on Tumblr. If you'd like to become a member of our Facebook page, it's in the description box below. If you have any questions, personal questions for me, you can check me on my personal Twitter and my personal Tumblr. If anything general, are the Twitter and the Tumblr for this channel. And I'm Kimmy Chan of Anime Legends Podcast, and I will see you guys later. Kuroko says bye too. Later.